Welcome, you beautiful lot. We've got the early stream today. St Kilda, Brisbane, Marvel Stadium on a cold and wet Saturday here in Melbourne. What should be, we hope, a good game. We genuinely do either have an absolute ripper or a blowout. We're hoping for the good bit, the exciting game, in a game that both sides really need to win. Obviously, St Kilda's form's been a little bit pish recently. Brisbane, they've been pretty good. Nathan, g'day, mate. Good to see you on the stream again, mate. LJ, going to tip Saints. Mate, Marvel Stadium, it's always one of them ones, isn't it? It's always one of them ones you just never know who to tip. Hopefully a good game. Hopefully a good game. Got to say, the all-white number by Saints, it's a white, isn't it? Is that Stewie Jew there? Oh, yeah, he signed, didn't he, as a line coach last year? The mo you know. How are we all anyway? What's our weekend looking like? Talk me through it, chat. Talk me through what your weekend is looking like. What are you up to this fine Saturday? Yeah, LJ, they don't miss, do they, St Kilda? Like, you know, with their Guernseys, like, they must be up there with the best, like, specialist Guernsey teams in the league, aren't they? I can't think of a shit one. Like, they usually nail it. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. You can't fall off with a special Guernsey. I've got a big week as well this week. We've got coming up to the final week of our Dynasty FPL. If you play a bit of round ball fantasy, I run a fantasy league that is literally a Dynasty keeper league of FPL, really nuanced. And it's our final, like coming up to our final week, really. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not in the mix to win it, but my wife is. So they have taught her well. I can say that, taught her well. Nice little ad break, as usual. You can't beat an ad break, can you? They love an ad break on the football now, don't they? We're getting almost Americanized with our amount of ad breaks, I feel. Feels like there's a lot more this year. Does it? Anyone else? Who are we all tipping then, chat? Talk me through it. Who are you all tipping for this one? Got a lot of content coming as well, you guys and girls, this week. You've got some exciting... You got the review? Hey, mate, I've got me woolly jumper on. It's absolutely chuffing freezing. Thank you, mate. I hope you're doing well, Ro. Good to see you, mate. How are you? You excited about tomorrow, my friend? I can't wait till tomorrow. I like doing the early game before the Carlton game. It kind of gives me like a little bit longer. Do you know what I mean? A bit longer with the kids and Mrs. P and the people that I love. I'm very comfortable there. Got to say, this seat, I might need to buy a new seat this week, I reckon, because this seat is as uncomfortable as fudge, to be honest. It's developed that arse, you know, the old arse seat, you know, where you've got the comfortability. So it's like become uncomfortable when you sit in it a long time, if that makes any sense. Max, how are you, mate? Yeah, I'm hoping the same, Ro. I'm hoping that we see like a really good game, mate. I went Lions, but that was boring. You nervous, mate? Mate, it should be a ripper. I'm good, Ben. How are you, mate? Good win last night for your mob, mate. Well done. You know, there's something brilliant, isn't there, about tipping against your team in a tipping league, because it's like the only way you can't lose in a way, isn't it? Because when you win and you get the tip wrong, it's quality, but at least you're one up on the tips. Yeah, mate, I love that from you, Ben. I love that from you. You see, that's how I look at games. I like to have four quarters of perfection. So I'm glad someone else is a bit like that. Yeah, Max, it's always a good one, isn't it? Because like it drowns your sorrows. There's nothing worse when you tip your team and they lose, and then you look and your mates caught you on the tipping league as well. Double entendre. Can I just say, I think we do Anzac round incredibly well as a country. You went the Sons. Don't mind that from you, Kai. How are you, mate? As well, long time no speak. I know you were in chat yesterday. Hey, Angela, how you doing, mate? LJ, don't worry, mate. I was Crows before, and the data said Fremantle. Do you know what I mean? Not worse when you try and be too clever in tipping, isn't it? That's the one that kills me, tipping. You know, when you just try and be a bit too cute with it. It's going to be an interesting one, Sean, isn't it? Because I agree with you with the Lions. I think that they're a very good side, but I think that they do cough up leads, and I think that they get by sheer will and determination. Yeah. Oh, mate, it, Lions could win handsomely, but I can also see a round where they struggle. Nice to see Harris Andrews sing the song. Why does no one sing the national anthem of Australia? All of that. Here you go. Essendon's power outage. I'm not. Is that a metaphor, Sean? Did they actually have a power cut? I just thought they were outclassed, outsmarted, and outgunned. I love that old mate. I do think it'll go one or two ways. It'll be incredibly tight, and the Saints will win, or Brisbane will be too much. Oh, so there was an internal. Okay. I don't think that would have had much bearing on it. I watch the games on mute, so I miss these things. But I think that's a big straw man thing, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? In my heart of hearts, I hate to be that guy, but I don't think that will have had a bearing on the outcome of the game. Like, no offense to them, I just think they were just outclassed by a better side. Do you know what I mean? All right, Sean. Interesting. I'll have a look at it for it, Ben. I'll have a look. But genuinely, in my heart of hearts, I thought they were better. I love that, old mate. It's always good, a little bit of inter-fan rivalry. But genuinely, from watching the game, as much respect to Essendon, I think the better side won. And I'd be very shocked if any Essendon fan in their heart of hearts actually said they should have won that game. Because there's no shame. Some teams are just better than others, aren't they? Sean, honestly, I agree with Kai. I think they're still not the finished article. Hey, Nathan, how are you, mate? I thought they were better all the way. Thought Pies were just too good, too strong, too smart. Like, I'm not a big excuse guy, though. Do you know what I mean? I hate to see an excuse in sport. Like, with the exceptions of, like, the Gold Coast Adelaide game and things like that. But I would also counter it that Adelaide had the opportunities to win that game before that. I find if you start getting over a blasé excuses, you're never going to be good. Like, to me, be interesting what Scott said. I haven't seen it, but do you know what I mean? Like, they were just monstered by a better side. Going to be interesting this game. Jackie Steele copped a lot of heat from the Saints fans last week. You forget how small Lockie Neal is, but I mean, obviously he's stood next to Oscar McInerney. Most people would look small next to him. We are about to commence. St Kilda, Brisbane Lions. And we are off. Rowan Marshall versus McInerney here. There is the Steel Dog. Boomed forward. Bit of work to do here. Oh. You know what? Neil is so good at that, isn't he? Just getting his hands in. Just type Berry, Cameron. It's a big roost, Archie. And spoiled over the line. You know what? Callum Archie is one of them players that, you know, grossly underrated. I am looking forward to seeing the big Nas Wanganeen Moera, Max. He's one of my faves. Love watching him play. Nice little short kick there. To Caminiti. Max, what are your thoughts of Caminiti down back? Tell you what, there's a little bit of fire in this game. Free kick going against the Lions. And Darcy Wilson just brings it up to the wing to Jack McRae. Oh, McRae's absolutely sold him. You see, yeah, I was reading some of the comment sections, Max, and people were giving him stick. I've actually thought he's been really good, mate. Do you know what I mean? Free kick here for a late contact with Mason Wood. I haven't mind Caminiti down back. I was surprised when I saw some of the comments people were going into him. Spot on, Nathan. They do need to win. Yeah, I mean, it's an uncontested game now, Kai, isn't it? I find Matt Crouch is one of them old players that likes to stay in the contest as well. When you watch the great players, they get out very quickly. Higgins. Oh, Darcy Wilson just can't get rid of it. We've got to hold in the ball decision. I love the way Brisbane move their ball back half of the ground. Like it's always got an attack with purpose. You know what I mean? Like you can see that they're already plotting as soon as they win the ball. Great to watch. The Lions. Good watch. Very patient. Reminds me of, early Hawthorn. Yeah, Sean, this is one of my bugbears a lot every week. We said it round 2. I don't know if you were here for that, Sean, but there was like 6 games we watched, and like literally they were settled by blatant throws. I'm with you, mate. Oh, dangerous kick. Intercepted there. Cam Rayner goes backwards to go forwards, and that is a shocking kick inside 50. Darcy Wilmot read it off the flight there. And here he is again, old Wilmot, and he'll see it out. He's a feisty one. I'd imagine so. Pete, how you doing, mate? I love your name, mate. I love it. Here we are, Oscar McInerney. Archie's a tough bugger. Do you know what I mean? Very underrated. Oh, tell you what. Bit of overuse there. Saints in trouble. Ball comes back in 50. Well done. What was with the camera angle there? Jackson McRae looks so weird playing for St Kilda, doesn't he? It just doesn't look right. Saints, patient build up here. 16 minutes left of the first. Oof, good kick. Opens it up here. Windhager. He's another good little player. Saints have got some real good, solid players. Feel like Saints just lack 2 genuine stars. What does everyone else think? It just doesn't make sense. There's a 50. Stupid 50 to concede. Yeah, he doesn't feel the same, does he, McRae? It's a little bit like Tom Mitchell as well. It feels like, to Kai's point, accumulators are kind of dead in the league now, aren't they? Hey, Double Dummy, how are you? Feels like everyone's actually evolved to realise disposals mean fuck all. And it's like impact per possession players are starting to get a lot of kudos. I don't think we do, Kareem. I think the problem with Saints is they've just got a lot of solid players. But they haven't got... I always say this with respect, but I don't look at Saints' team and see anyone that really is going to hurt you. Like, I feel like if they brought in a star on every line, they'd be all right. I think, yeah, Filippo is probably that X factor. I hope King gets going, old mate. I really do. Oh, hang time. Hang time from Michito Owens. And it was touched off the boot, evidently. That is stiff. Should just pay that. Hey, Lucinda, how you doing? I love Max King. I hope he gets right, because I think he's such a good player. Cam Rayner gets it forward. Wilkie has to chase, and desperate defending from Dougal Howard. Max King, St Kilda's one. I hope he can get fit. G'day, Matt. How are you? Wrapped up. Tell you what, it is a low-scoring game, Nath, isn't it, mate? This could be like a 9-7 belter at the Clown Stadium. Oh, just dribbling it out there, and Darcy Wilson can't get it under control. Now, Matt, before we do the afternoon, I wanted to spend a bit of time with the wife and kids this evening. It's going to be an interesting one, isn't it, Luke, this game? Because it's got either blowout or Ross Lyon absolute tactical masterclass. Lockie Neal switches the play inside 50. Bit of work to do. Stocker finds his mate Burns. Horrible kick, though, putting themselves under pressure. And Brisbane just can't get any clean ball. You know what I find ominous about Brisbane is I feel like they're just building nicely, and I don't think anyone's talking about them. Like, I've mentioned it a few times there. They concede early leads, but I've just got a feeling that by about round 18, 19, it'll be absolutely lit. I didn't, Ben, no. What did you say? Fill me in, my friend. Cam Rayner. Oh, it's just a floaty one. If it was a dart, it would have been good. Hipwood tries to make it work. Dribbed forward. Jared Berry can't free himself up. Handball. Hospital handball. Charlie Cameron asking for high. Yeah, Luke, it's one of them games, isn't it, where you can just see Ross has like some kind of ugly game. Really makes it ugly, but it's going to be interesting. Big punt forward. And the man you expect to be. Lockie Neal, as always, sharks the pack. Big goal. Does look like he's done them himself, old mate. Yeah, Ben, you see, it's a fascinating one, isn't it, Jamara? Because, like, I get, like, they've tried to allude it to personal reasons. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like as a society we get into... No, I tip Brisbane. I feel like in a society we kind of use it to prohibit bad behaviours. Like, I'm a firm believer no matter what you're going through, you should still be reprimanded. Do you know what I mean? Actions still need consequences. The only thing that changes is the treatment and the understanding. But, like, the way I look at it is Jamara is a young lad. If this was just a young draftee who was playing, we'd still be pissed off, wouldn't we? Like, he'd still be getting negative connotations. I know it's a catch-22 and it's such a grey area, but for me, I feel like we do run the risk at times. Cheers, Kareem. I think he is a bit like that. Grabbed in, NASCAR grab it. Not too sure what Cooper Sharman was thinking there. Hey, DJ Big Tom, mate, in the big smoke. How are you, mate? Brisbane should win this. But this is one of them games that Ross the Boss is a master of, isn't he? The early games will be quite good for you, though, won't they, Big Tom? Windhager flies into it. I do love Marcus Windhager. Yeah, Luke, I mean, it's an interesting one. Like, when they try and allude to mental health, that's my thing, because I think, like, we kind of really absolve bad behaviours from that, and we shouldn't do. Like, if a player who was playing now was behaving like that, like look at the fallout when Ginnivan went and had a beer at the Dogs. Do you know what I mean? Like, how that was blown out of proportion when they didn't care. Out of bounds on the full there. Like, you've got to be consistent, in my opinion. And I don't think it helps people. Like, I'm a firm believer that it doesn't help as well when you absolve the behaviours. It doesn't help because then it's a learned behaviour. I'm a firm believer that behaviours are learnt instincts. I don't think they're natural. So I think, for me, you need to be helping Jamara out. Brad Hill punts it down the wing. Would I be fair in saying, Max, if you're still here as a St Kilda man, I love chat's thoughts, that Brad Hill might be the most disappointing player ever to sign for another club? Whitby, DJ Big Tom, Whitby. So, wee bit north of you. Yeah, so, like, old mate. Yeah, I agree, Ben. And I feel like in sport as well, we set a really bad example for the common person that you can basically do what you want. Where I don't think whatever you're going through absolves behaviour. It creates an understanding, but you can still do the right thing. Do you know what I mean? It's the aftercare that changes. There we are. Brisbane goes straight through the diddle. They've wanted this clean ball. It's a foot race between Charlie Cameron and Stocker. Stocker brings him down, then just forgets about him. Charlie Cameron! But he's an incredible talent, isn't he, Jamara? Like, if he can get himself sorted, he could be such a talent. We are Brisbane go through the middle, and Callum Wilkie wins. Do you reckon time's catching up with him, Kareem? Do you reckon time is catching up with him? Feel like he's lost a yard of pace. It's a very tetchy game. Not too sure what that kick is. All sorts of work. Absolutely bodied Zach Bailey. Ben, I mean, it's interesting because, I mean, I would say, like, Brisbane, somewhere like that would probably be great for him. But I can see him going to Geelong and Geelong turn him around. For some reason, Geelong seem to have a great habit, don't they, of really having that culture. Look at Stengel, who, you know, there's another thing as well. Stengel versus Jamara. Look at the abuse Tyson Stengel got for literally next to nothing in comparison. So stoppage here in Brisbane's forward 50. Windhager can't win it. Scrap. Suppose that's a fact. Liam Henry's been incredibly... You know, that's one of them things that worries me, you know. You know, Matt, is... You know, the one good season hype by... Hey, Badger, how you doing, mate? Free kick here for Jackson McRae. He goes short. St Kilda, it feels like, have not got in to the attacking half of the ground. It was brilliant for your mob, Badger. Proud of you, mate. Proud for you. Nasir just forgot the ball. Was through. Cam Rayner, short handball. I love Zach Bailey. Very scrappy start. Good, mate. Good. I'm looking forward to watching this with you guys and girls. Editing the review of the game last night and spending a bit of time with the kids. You got a real good thing for him, didn't you, Ben? Just feel like I feel like that's something that's held St Kilda back as well. When they've bought big, they've been shit. Great header there from Dougal Howard. Feels like the balance is off, doesn't it, Peter? Spot on, Big Tom. Mate, cracking fish and chips. Yeah, I mean, it feels like Tiger Time where the ball is now. That is, if you drew a heat map of this quarter, it would literally be here. On it. Punted forward. Oh. You know what? Ryan Burns, he has been around for about 200 years. Hey, I love that badger from Oz. You're going to have to... Oh, big mark there. Ashcroft takes the mark of the Levi variety. Tumble of wine, mate. Can't believe it. Yeah, I reckon he orders it and asks for a tumbler. Badger from Oz, you're going to have to tell us what they substitute. Every time I've done online shopping, they substitute something random. Like, we had no tomatoes, had some oranges. Behind. Tell you what, very low scoring game. You know what? You'd take this if you're a Saints fan because you literally haven't left D50. And 9-0 is a huge win, isn't it? I agree. Nothing to show for it. That always worries me. Does it you, Tiger Time, if your team does that? Like, it just screams goal against, doesn't it? We'll see if it happens here. Saints go through the corridor now. They have runners, and they've used them. Finally, it's... Oh, spilled mark! I didn't know that. I did not know that. Look, Ben and Badger from Odds, educating. I did not know that. That's quality. To be fair, though, isn't the roulette pretty good? I like a substitute. Just never know what you're going to get. It's like pot luck. Yeah, Tiger Time, I'm the same. When Carlton do what Brisbane are doing now, I proper pat myself because I know 3 goals are coming from turnover. They dribble it forward. Here, Michito looks for options. Steele turns into trouble. And Neil, as he always does, just there at the right time. Sorry, that was Dunkley. I totally lied to you. Dribble kick. Bit of trouble here. Tell you what. All sorts going on here. Can't be a bit of surface dew, Juddy. How are you feeling? To be fair, Brisbane's Victorian crowd is quite big, isn't it? I remember when they won the flag, there was loads of Brisbane people out. Good little mark there by Berry on the left wing. Turns, goes, drills it in. Good lead. And Archie brings it down. I agree, Tiger Time. It should happen. Hey, Badger from Oz, keep up the good work. See, I've always rated Archie, Kai. Real good, solid player. Yeah, Ben and Eric, I'd imagine that's it. They seem to have a very good following out here, and I'd imagine that probably is it. Behind, tell you what, people can't kick at Marvel. You know what? I'm not a fan of Nas taking kick-ins. I feel like you want him on the end, don't you? You want him having the give and go. Isaac Keeler dragged down by Jared Berry. Why you be? Hey, mate, you've got to watch what you eat, mate. Ben Long's one of them players, though, isn't he? If he gets a chance. That's crazy, that, Eric, because it feels like you hardly see Brisbane. Angela, I think if you don't do the spectacular, you get forgotten about. Hasn't been the greatest skill. Hey, Ben, I have a real love-hate with food. Oh, Archie! Did everything but kick the snaggaroo! That is a stupid kick. I've answered my own question why Nas takes the kicks. Absolute hang time there. You know what? When I watch Saints games, is this a fair comment? I feel like Saints get really bullied off the ball. Rayner! It's an effort to miss that, Archie, missing that. But, I mean, he did everything right. I feel like, I said it when we did the power rankings, I feel like Saints at the moment are like that second tier side. Do you know what I mean? So you've got like your top 6. And then I'd say they're somewhere like 12th to 14th. I agree, Ben. Oh, mate, I love a thin crust. Badger from Oz with the food chat early. Good lad. Rate it. Bullet. What a kick. Rayner from about 944 metres. McInerney can't do it. Great handball between the legs there. Jag Steele. Nas. We do it on Mondays, Cat Across the Ditch, on the live show. Big Mark. You know what? Darcy Wilmot's had a nice year at the start of the year. I'm a big Zach Bailey fan. I really like him. And here he is, Zach Bailey running into an open goal. And 17 zip. They needed that, really, didn't they? I mean, if you think about it, they've had 7 scoring shots, haven't they? So, like, this could be a complete blowout. Like, this could have been, like, GG's. I do love Zach Bailey, though. He's another one like Archie, that because he doesn't do, like, the wow factor stuff, I feel like Haywood gets more kudos than Zach Bailey, and I'd rather have Zach Bailey. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Juddy, they are hemmed in. Tell you what, they really need some spark, and this pressure from Brisbane is immaculate. How have they got one out? How do you take an uncontested? That is shocking by Saints. Old mate, this could be banter time. You know what's weird though? You can't beat an immaculate, mate. Here we go. Eric of the Hipwood variety. Why are people so bad at kicking at Marvel? Like, legit. Nasir looking for the wing, and they have 2-on-1 traps everywhere. Mason Wood does well. I agree, Tiger Time. It's crazy that they're in it. And if they kick a goal here by Lance Collard, suddenly the scoreboard looks fine. And they do. Rowan Marshall. I thought you missed that for a minute. Tell you what, that's what we were talking about earlier, Tiger Time, though, wasn't it? Right? That it had the hallmarks of a coast-to-coast goal out of nothing. And suddenly they're right back in this. Like, how is this a 2-goal game? Yeah, I thought he missed it at most. He did run in the foot where he's... Honestly, I thought he missed it a minute. There was like a pause in his mannerisms, like he'd missed. He did it, hit his legs. Genuinely thought he missed. I was like, that would be hilarious. All sorts of little hushing out here. Crazy, isn't it, Tiger Time? Like, they've been absolutely monstered. Dances around. You know what? You just don't... Eric Hipwood bangs that through. You know what you need at Marvel? Just don't take set shots. Do you know what I mean? Just don't take set shots. Just go for the shot. You don't see it very often, double dummy. There was a few last night as well. It's almost like they've loosened that roll. Honestly, when you watch people kick on the run at Marvel, it's the set shots that kill them. Brisbane are incredible around the contest. Good start by Brisbane. Should be ahead more. There we are. Windhager drives it forward. The separation was created, but nothing there. Here we are. They go in. Max Hall. That could be 50. And Jack Higgins will have a shot at goal. And it goes through. I agree, Ben. He's had a really good year, he has, Nathan. You know what? It's crazy that this is a 2-goal game. They really needed that. You'd be really disappointed if you were a Lions fan with this start, because it does feel like, I agree with Nathan, it feels like it should be like a 6-7 goal lead from the start, but fair play to the Saints. You just got to stay in it, haven't you? That's so easy. Well done by Hipwood, but Jesus, Saints defence from the high ball is absolutely appalling. You know, Eric Hipwood, he looks like the Survivor dude off Fallout, the TV show. You know, one of the ghouls, the main ghoul in it. Ah, Hipwood, straight and true. You'd love that. Lions hit straight back. Doesn't Eric Hipwood look like a goal off Fallout? Legit. Or is that just me? I like Eric Hipwood as a footballer. I think he's actually done well this year, and I don't think people are talking about it enough. I think he's stepped up. Does look like a goal from Fallout, though. Big cogs there, Matt Lang. Aren't they? Aren't they? That's it. Adam. Walton Goggins, yeah, the actor. Great call by Adam. Excellent darts from you. I agree, Chills. There's been quite a few things that we've watched recently as well. Oh, absolute huge hit there from Liam Stocker on Kai Lohman. DJ Big Tom, I was thinking in the off-season of redoing the What is AFL video, so we can definitely look into that, mate. There is the quarter 30-12. Jesus, that is an absolute ginormous fair hit as well there. Do like Liam Stocker, I gotta say. Fair play to Kai Lohman as well. He got up. He looked dead and buried there. Spot on, knife. Yeah, the problem is, DJ Big Tom, I had the same issue when I first got into AFL. So it's probably a good call. You are right. And I thank you for the compliment as well, mate. It's probably something we definitely need to look into. I'll be so glad when this election's over. You know what I always find amazing about politics is that they're so quick to tell you what the other people do, but they don't say what they do. Like, any idiot can sit there and say, this guy's doing this, that guy's doing that, this chick's doing this chick's doing that. Tell me what you're going to fucking do. You know what I mean? Tell me what you're going to do. When is the general election? It can't be that long away, can it? Hey, Matt, spot on. Hey, Dino, how are you, mate? I might have to check that out. I do think it's next week. It's near. I just find that's fascinating in the UK politics as well. Everyone just says what the other one's not doing, but no idiot actually says what they are actually doing. I agree, DJ Big Top. You know, it's really funny as well. The AFL are so strict on any form of video usage as well. Like, more strict than any other sport. Nice to see a Bunnings ad. We haven't had a lot of these during the elections. You know what I find weird? 90% of you are Australian in chat. Why are your elections, do you get fined for not voting? I've never done cricket content. I can tell you that round ball, though, when I did them videos for for the World Cup that FIFA were really, really good. Like when one of the videos was claimed, they actually replied to me on a response, and they were really, really good. I've never had that from the AFL. But legit, why do you guys get fined if you don't vote? Because the whole, like, as I understand it, the whole part of democracy is you have the freedom to vote or not. I just find it really, I understand, Christina. I just find that like that's not democracy, though. Like your ability to abstain, in my opinion, is a freedom. It's probably true, Aidan. Hey, Nath, get used to it, mate. Enjoy it. AFL. All my copyright claims come from the AFL. Which I find weird. Suppose it makes sense, Jules. Hey, Aidan. What's more likely, Richmond beating Hawks or Dons winning the final? I'd probably say Dons winning the final. And I admire Richmond. I like their rebuild. I just think Richmond are too good. Yeah, Jack, I find that bizarre. I just genuinely find that bizarre. I also don't like the fact that you've got to grade your voters as well. Never been a fan of that. Like, just pick one. DJ Big Tom, this is one of my big bugbears. Big bugbears of mine. That the highlights is just goals when there's so many great stuff. That'll be a good game, Tiger Time. Man lands on Mars, Dons win a final. When does Elon Musk claim he's going to Mars? Isn't it 2028? No, I'm just a firm believer that you vote one person. Do you know what I mean? Second quarter about to commence. It's bizarre that, isn't it, Petra? Mark here, St Kilda really here need to make hay. They've kind of got away with that first quarter. Nass chunks it there. Mason Wood, about 60 out. Lines one up. Jack Higgins off the back of the contest. Saints are right back in this. This is bizarre football. Yeah, spot on, Big Tom. It's bizarre. You know what? Why we don't have like a match of the day? Hey, Petra, they're getting pounced, but they are making hay when they get it. Mate, look, I always say this to my mates. You can't, in the UK, you can't complain if you don't vote. I allow you to complain about it when you vote. Rambo, mate. Tinfoil hat time, brother. I love it. Yeah, but Double Dummy, we don't have We don't have, you don't have preference in the UK. You just vote one person. There we are. Brisbane bang one back straight away. Logan Morris restores the lead. Hilltop Hoods, what a band. Yeah, you see, Rambo, I disagree. I don't think you should. I don't think it should be mandatory. To be fair, after like so long with Mrs. Pom, like over 10 years, and having 2 kids, our date nights are grocery shopping, mate. So I don't mind a shop, mate. There we are. Neil can't get it through. Backed up though, aimly by Dunkley. It depends though. I prefer it a nighttime badger from odds. I don't like lots of people. Easy there. Jared Barrett. I mean, Hugh McCluggage in worlds of space. Yeah, but Jack Vincent, you see, I'd counter that. It's almost like a fucking game when you vote over here, like 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Mate, just put in a vote in, bro. Do you know what I mean? Did my exams at school. Hipwood's going to get his third here. Loving Eric Hipwood's lack of care factor for his hair there. And Hipwood delivers 42-18. Do you find as well that, you know, here's another gripe, a Pom gripe. How serious is it now when you're shopping that they watch you like hawks? Do you know what I mean? I very rarely wear shoes, Ben, to be honest, now I live in Australia, which will probably screw me if I ever move back to the UK. I'll probably get like fucking hepatitis or something. But honestly, like, I feel like I'm under freaking probation when I go shopping. I mean, like, you know, the worst is if you have anything big and then someone comes up to you and then forces you to scan it first. Mate, if I'm having to do your job for you on 0 wage, let me scan my groceries how that I want. Because genuinely, I like to scan that last because then you put all your stuff in your bag and it's safe, innit? Oh, man. Free kick Saints, they drill it. Free kick Brisbane anyway, they drill it inside 50. Great rundown. Hipwood's having a game. Fremantle Richmond. That could be an interesting one. Nice short kick. Nice flip out wide. Saints really have not used the pill well here. Do I scan Mars bars? Well, I'll be totally honest. I've maybe robbed 1 or 2 recently. What are you going to do? Saints here trying to build from the back. They've really struggled with this next kick. Brad Hill through the middle. Oh, that's the kick, you see. And he's 50 against Nass. Sick of losing to Carlton. Old mate, you've done it. We've all done it. Lockie Neal then gets to 50. This would put the lead out to 30, which is probably where the game is. And Lachlan Neal bangs it through. Generally, it was a bizarre game last night, wasn't it? Did you? I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Fremantle's tactics in that game. I thought how they closed the corridor was really good. I was quite happy with Hayden Young's game. I've got him in my draft team. Double dummy, they've got a bit of Port Adelaide about them, haven't they? I feel like Geelong, Brisbane, Collingwood, one of the winners will come from them. Of the flag. It was a good game last night, Jack, wasn't it? Hey, I love that, Jedwell. Darcy Wilmot absolutely swarmed on, but this is what Brisbane have done well. They've managed to get it some distance, some penetration on their rebound 50s. You know what? Controversial opinion. Is Dougal Howard the worst key defender to play AFL football? Like, I genuinely feel Dougal Howard is pish. Do you find, Jen Will, that money back on Sportsbet has to cost them money? Because how many times do you miss one leg? Like, seems like all the time. I suppose we're going vintage, aren't we? No, just feels like he's played a lot of games. Feels like he's played a lot of games for being very mediocre. Yeah, but Zach Dawson looked like a world champion under Ross the Boss. Didn't he? He hasn't had the same effect on Dougal Howard. Tell you what, Saints struggle under a high ball, don't they? Jesus. Saints really need a couple of goals here. This lead is starting to blow out to a it feels like one more goal and this game is game over. I think Bolt is huge to your structure, Dino. I couldn't agree more. I agree, Ben. You know who Zach Dawson reminds me of? Lewis Young. I feel like with Lewis Young, if you just tell him to spoil, you're fine. It's when he tries to take an overhead mark, it's GG's. I'm 40 this year, so not too much difference from me and your age. Mate, I loved, Club Excess on a Friday night, having taken the trip to Scarborough with my mates. It's a gift, Alex. It's a gift. The big 4-0, mate. Fraud Watch is massive on Saints at the minute. Massive on Saints. Bruh. Got to do that. I'm not putting Adelaide. This chat won't agree with me. I'm not putting Adelaide in Fraud Watch yet. Not putting Adelaide in Fraud Watch. Catching you up, Jack, mate. You're young at heart, though, Jack. You know what, old man? I don't drink and have as much fun as I used to. I might do, though, for that. I might do just to get to 40. Oh, Mason Wood! 22. Mate, you can't beat it. Why did I leave UK? Where are we now? 2025. So, what? 13, 14 years ago. So, 26. Can't believe Mason Woods missed that. Had my whole life ahead of me. Whole my life ahead of me. Mate, I'll go live for 24 hours if Carlton ever win the flag, bro. Lance Collard. Behind. Darcy Wilmot, 12. Dino's only 11. Mate, you've got your whole world ahead of you. Whole world ahead of you, mate. I'm jealous. Wish I was a kid again. I agree, Jack. To be fair, I kind of cut fun out of my life. Do you know what I mean? Who's closer to the Premiership? What, out of these two teams, or which teams? Saints dribbling forward. Saints just can't get any cohesion with their ball movement. Hey, Nathan, mate. Got the whole world in front of you. Jesus, you're as old as my kids. I'd say favourites from what I've seen so far, the Pies. If there's some interest, Badger from Oz, don't mind doing it. I watch loads of footy. To be fair, I used to, you know, when I was in like my 20s, I worried about getting old. But then, like, don't know, maybe I'm tragic, but I kind of enjoy being a husband and a father. I never thought I'd do it. I was one of them guys when I was like in my early 20s. I didn't really want kids at all. Was never really in my plans. Didn't really want to get married either. Hey, Chills, John Lennon, he said, didn't he? Life is what happens when you make plans for something else. Couldn't agree more. 57, congrats, Colin. If I could trade anyone in, I'd love either Chad Warner or Sam Taylor. Hey, Dino, mate. My advice, and it's the same that. Nah, she knows Jen well. Like, genuinely, I wasn't a relationship type of guy either. I don't really. Quite sad. I don't really like sharing my life and stuff when I was young. And then I did. But my advice, Dino, is the same advice I give to my kids. Make as much mistakes, do things, make mistakes. Because when you're young and you make mistakes, it's easy to rectify them. When you're my age, if you start doing stupid shit, it's potentially life ending. Do you know what I mean? Like your consequences. That's my surname. I love that. Hey, you'll always be Dino in here, though, mate. Free kick here. Stupid one to give away. It's Saladin. Saladin. Have I ruined that? If I've massacred that, I really apologise, brother. Handball over the top. Brad Hill under all sorts of skirmish. Dougal Howard doing what he does best. Coughing the ball up. Hog's Breath Cafe. I've been there. It's not bad, mate. You can't beat it. Jesus, that Saints fan's getting into it, isn't he? You know. You're so young. You know what we really need in Australia? A proper carvery. Oh! Just pot luck, really, Alex. Hey, DJ Big Tom, mate. To be fair, like, it's what you make it, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Life is what you make it, isn't it? You get... Like, my kids say I'm old. Hey, I love you, Jack. My kids say I'm old, but I'm 40 years old. Like, 40 years old. But, like, I remember fucking... My auntie was 40. I took her to the Bay City Rollers when I was 18 and thinking she was freaking ancient. Here we are, goes through the middle. Hey, Lasers, mate. I'm with you, brother. I'm heartbroken for you, mate. What's up with Hugo Garcia? So it's where the job opportunity. Hey, I love you, Jack, mate. Thank you, mate. It's where the job opportunities were. I do watch a lot of cricket, mate. Only test, though. Don't like that short format shite. It was either Australia or Canada. Because the Americas are the only area of the world I've never visited, and I've always wanted to. I didn't see Garcia get injured. Hey, Jack, mate. That's, to be honest, my pop, like, he lived a ripe old age. He used to say to me that, like, when he took me in, it made him feel younger anyway. Hey, Tiger Time's a vet. Looks like Kyle Lohman's having a bit of an incident as well. Hey, mate, New Zealand, Australia. That gets a lot of coverage over here. In the UK, no one really cares. Liam Stocker. Zachy Jones. And it's 50! Hey, DJ Big Tom. To be fair, like, I feel sorry for my kids because all their mates think I'm cool because I do YouTube. And my kids kind of think it's cool. But also it can be embarrassing. Did I go to the Bay City Rollers by choice? No, she needed someone to go with her to chaperone her. And because I was 18, the idea of hanging around a load of 40-year-old women did actually sound pretty cool. So I went willingly. Ice hockey vids. Don't mind a bit of ice hockey, actually. Mrs. Pom's more of the ice hockey head than me. But she likes it. So I probably would have got into it. I think it was for the contact on Liam Stocker. It was a delayed free. Because he went to go and motion that and then he kicked it straight away. Or it was he encroached the protected area. I have the game on mute too. How's that not high? You're so young. I genuinely enjoyed it. Like, to be honest, it wasn't that bad. Ah, Dino, so there it was. So it was that delayed one. Nasir, booze it forward. What was Caminiti doing there? Hey, Alex, good luck, mate. How's it going? Is this... Are we in our last year now, brother? 10:30. I haven't actually had lunch. I will have lunch at halftime. I've got myself a nice block of red Leicester on a nice whole grain bread. Bit of pickle. And a dash of lettuce. Hey, Alex, it'll fly by, mate. Well done as well for doing your assignments on the weekend, mate. Actually, full credit. Because I used to fuck around. I'm making an Audi ploughman's lunch. Forced me to box with her. Mate, if me and Mrs. Pom had a fight, I'd definitely win it. The only thing that goes against me is I've got a no raising my voice or raising my fist to woman rule. So I've never shouted at a female, so that would go against me. But if there was a hall pass, I reckon I'd win. Matt, that's crazy. So was that the time in the Wrath, was it, Matt? What's for lunch? Yeah, I'm going to make a wholemeal red Leicester and pickle sandwich, I think. Bit of lettuce for crunch. Good call, Dino. Love you, bruv. Here we are. Jack Sinclair drags it forward. Their kicking has been horrible. Machita Owens. He's one of them anonymous ones. Mate, the forbidden move. DJ Big Tom. You can't beat Red Leicester, mate, I'm telling you. In a leg waxed. You ever been waxed downstairs? Full credit to chicks who do that, because it fucking hurts. Mason Wood! And Big Nass. Does sound fun, though, that, Matt. Do you reckon Nasir will leave? Adelaide or Port? I do like the facial fungus. That wasn't that like a shock, Jack, when he came out gay? Because I remember Nan was genuinely shocked. George Michael, when she used to tell me that she was genuinely shocked, and I'm like, because obviously I was born in the generation where he was openly gay. He just looked like a Port player. You look at the 80s, though, it was all ambiguous, wasn't it? Because, like, Adam Ant, like, people loved a dress up. Never gonna dance again. I hope Nas stays at Saints. He does look like a Port player. Hey, Ramiro, how are you, mate? Hitwood, Blaze, is that, how is that deliberate, right? You know, that one annoys me. How's that deliberate? That was just a shit handball. Hey, General, that's not a bad call. Like, that was just poor skills. Dine and dash. Have I ever dined and dashed? I don't think I have. It's going to be fun doing the show with Jake this week. Here we are, Brad Hill spoons it off the ground. And we have a boundary throw. Ben. Susie Q. Jesus, we are going right back in the archives here, Jack, and I'm all for it. I don't think I've ever dined and dash. I have heard people do it. I know it used to happen a lot at Pizza Hut. Did you ever have Pizza Hut all you can eat? Thieve and leave. DJ Big Tom, yeah, mate. I think a lot of English people will have a story where they've done that for bants with a mate. Yeah, that used to happen a lot. That used to happen a lot in the UK. Dine and dash there. Because they changed the rules that you had to pay before. Do they have? Oh, big mark there. Do they have Pizza Hut still? Oh, you can eat? Because that'd be quality to take the kids to. So Logan Morris just in front. I'd love, if they have it, let me know where I can go. Big goal. 56-22 in Hobart. Sizzlers. Is there still all you can eat? Hey, much love, Badger from Oz. Is there like a place where you can get a smorgasbord? Somewhere to take the kids to. Because there's something therapeutic, like when you go to them places. I think it was the Sizzler in the UK where you could get like a chicken korma, a lamb boona, and then have it with a pizza. I don't think there is, Rambo. I'll Google it. I have there's a Ballarat one. Kidding hell. It's not far away, that. That's doable. Chat, well done. Saints drill it inside 50. Ah. Yeah, my kids love that because they froth the pizza. They froth a pizza. 56-22, Saints in all sorts here. Yeah, my kids have got like eyes bigger than their stomachs though, so they would be like, oh, this is going to be amazing. We're going to eat 65 large pizzas, and they would legit eat what they get served when they're at home. Do you know what I mean? I love my kids, but I know that's what they do. They'd literally be like, oh, we can absolutely smash this. Oh, you can eat KFC. Yeah, I can't remember where we went ages ago. You know what? Mrs. Pom converted me to a pineapple pizza guy. Don't mind pineapple on pizza. Can you imagine all you can eat KFC? Controversial, the worst takeaway, Red Rooster. I don't get it. Like, Red Rooster is like, I just don't get it. I feel like you've tried to make KFC healthy. Yeah, I never was a pineapple pizza guy, but then I was. Jared Berry mops it up and should see us out. Yeah, Mrs. Pom was huge. Was huge on pineapple on pizza. So we had it, and I've kind of joined it now. That is the half, 56-22. And Brisbane should be even more ahead, really. Oh, you can eat KFC. Yeah, Matt, I don't get Red Rooster. It's like you've tried to make it healthy. I agree, you can't make it healthy. But it's gross. It's gross. Right, chat. I'm going to go and make myself some lunch so I'm not famished. We will be back, let's say, 2:40. 2:40. Yeah, I agree. Red Rooster's his pants. Right, chat. Do, 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 do. You're so young. Oh, Isaiah Dudley. He's a good little player, is he, Jack? Yeah, Saints are like the best of the rest. I love you, Zeke. Hey, Lucinda. Two ships pass in the night. I'm looking forward to this. I've got a feeling that this game has got like a big twist in it. Anyone else? I feel like Saints are just that team. Dudley, I'm not too sure. There was, because obviously he's related to Eddie Betts, isn't he? From memory. There was like links with him. I'm surprised we didn't have a sniff at him. Can I just say, looking at the fixtures this week for EPL, absolute nightmare with 4 teams not playing. I just feel like St Kilda need top stars. Do you know what I mean? Like when I look at them, I just feel like they need top tier stars. Does anyone else get that vibe with them? A transfer window, old mate. A transfer window. I feel for Ruben because I'm not against his system. I actually think he's doing the right thing. Play the system, expose the players. But like we need a proper striker. Kuna will help. But I also feel like we need a proper left back. Yeah, Ben, it does my head in. If I'm in the car, mate, I exclusively listen to the Smiths and Morrissey. So anything. Anything by the legend that is Morrissey. Probably. I've got to say, Charming Man goes hard in the car. Quite honestly. I feel like, does anyone else, like, I'd love St Kilda's fans' thoughts on this, but does anyone else feel that with Saints, he's kind of like the right coach to get them to a sustained level, like about 12th, but then they need like a coach after him to get them to the next level? That's my read on them. But I genuinely like Amarin. Forest City, be a big game, that, mate. Like, I feel like he's going to harden them up, structure them up, but I feel like they lack it. I feel like they lack that, like, je ne sais quoi to actually go big and win the thing. Sandra, how are you, my love? That's a great analogy, Double Dummy. What do we think of North as well? Do we think that he's lost his aura? Has Clarko lost the aura? I feel like a lot of Saints' problems is as well recruitment. Like, like Jamara, that is like a classic Saints buy, isn't it? Like, in my opinion, I could see Saints going huge on buying Jamara. I genuinely could see it. Do you know what I mean? That they'll go hard on Jamara and then it all going tits up. You see, the Saints one just makes no sense to me. Yeah, but Albert, it strikes me as the kind of Saints buy. Do you know what I mean? That they'll see it and they'll just go for him. They'll go for him and it'll backfire. I'm not too sure why they're going for TDK. I understand that he's been quite adamant that he wants a dual ruck system, which, you know what, is fair enough. Each to your own. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind you going that way. But for me, I think it's a risk. You know what? I don't really hate it, him not really coming to the 30-year like thing. Like, each to his own. Obviously, there's some bad blood there, isn't there? There's some bad blood. So, like, each to his own. I agree with you there, Jack. I just, for me, it doesn't make an actual. I would have said that's it. Like, if I was Saints, I'd be throwing boatloads of clash at Zach Butters. That would be the guy I would be looking at. But there's obviously some bad blood there, isn't there? So, I mean, like, each to his own. I don't judge. I agree, Double Dummy. I mean, it's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, it's a real legacy killer. It's a real legacy killer. Yeah, that was the excuse the Blues used, which is weird because Saints have been linked with Jack like 100 times since he's been there. Like, I always found it hilarious when they banned him from the selection panel. And I'm like, there's like 6 of them. So if one person puts Jack in who's his dad, surely there's others. Here we are, third quarter underway. Well, Kai Lohman's back out there. Kai Lohman looks like Prime Train from Audi. And Jack Higgins bullies the defender. Handballs it off. And Saints have the first from Big Nas. You know the thing, Double Dummy, that I've never liked about Sauce is the same reason that I didn't like Dodoro. I feel like he always has to win the deal, which then prohibits you from getting free agents of quality. Good goal, that. Fair roost. I love Jack Silvani too, Ben. I feel like sometimes, because of the way the market is double dummy, right, that you've got to sometimes give to get. Do you know what I mean as well? But the amount of times we do a deal, like you see it with Saints, there's got to, like, Dodoro's always was doing this. Like when he haggled with that pick and it turned out that he wanted an extra pick and he got pick 70, like, just get the deal done, man. Sometimes you just got to get the deal done. And I'm a firm believer, like I say this in trades and drafts in my content, what you consider overpaying is irrelevant if you say that player makes you a flag-winning side, isn't it? So do you know what I mean? Like Adam Chera, pick 6, right? When we paid pick 6 for him. It's overs if you stay shit. Big goal from Saints from absolutely nothing. Mason Wood. He was in the car park when he kicked that. But like when we paid pick 6 for Chera, it's an overpay if you shit. It's a win. If you win 2 flags though, and he wins best on ground, it's an underpay. So I think that's a lot of it. Hey, Merrick, good start. Look at that. It drew, then faded. Who was the player that was linked away and he wanted 2 firsts? Romero, do you remember? I'm with you, Jack. I think that's a problem that's plagued Carlton for a long time. People like Brad Lloyd and stuff. The loyalty to the family name sometimes overpays the loyalty to the actual job. Might have been General. I can't remember who it was. Dodoro came out. No, when they were selling someone and they valued him. Yeah, I think it was Danaher. 3 first, wasn't it? Like, when people talk about stability, it's the one that annoys me when people go, oh, you can't keep sacking coaches. Clarkson was at Hawthorn for a millennia, so was Hardwick. That only works if you've got the right people in place. If you keep making shit decisions, you have to keep sacking people. Stability only works. Like when people say stupid shit to me, like, oh, you can't keep going through coaches. Hardwick was there all the time. Yeah, the things around him, though, were right, weren't they? But if you have someone completely incompetent, they ain't going to get better if they have 10 years in the job. Oh, Darcy nearly gets another goal there. Yeah, that was it, Kai. It's the one thing that annoys me when I hear about stability, because it doesn't make it work. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make it work. Like, if someone is totally incompetent, they could stay a list manager for 30 years and still recruit shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Oh, Charlie Cameron, big mark. Yeah, general, though, United is the same, though, because the system above it's rubbish, so they make bad decisions. As well, do you know what I mean? They make bad decisions. They make half-assed decisions, so stability ain't going to work when it's rubbish. Hey, much love, Danny. I hope you have a safe. I agree, Paul. But you've got to have the right people there. Behind for Cameron. Like, as a United fan, we make horrific decisions as well. I agree, Ben. And it annoys me when people's like talking about United, people didn't want to sack Ten Hag, but it was obvious he wasn't the right guy. But then there's also problems above him. Merrick, this is what I'm saying. So you can't have stability if you get the wrong person in. You are going to have to keep sacking coaches, but There has to be a point where you sack the guys employing the coaches, don't you? Like, for me, if you go through 5 coaches in 10 years, if the same people that have picked them 5 coaches are there, they can't be there for the 6th one. So, like, when people compare Carlton to Richmond, Richmond had the list. The list was probably underperforming. Spot on, General. So you've got to get it, but everything was kind of right. At Richmond, it needed a little bit of tinkering. So I hate it when people say you can't sack this coach. Like when they're talking about Clarkson at the minute, you can't sack Clarkson. Why can't you sack Clarkson? Why? If they finish bottom 2 this year, Clarkson has to go, in my opinion. But then everyone has to go. And then you get the stability by getting the right people in. Big goal here coming up for Brisbane. I agree, Angela. Like the North recruitment of Clarkson strikes me as the Carlton recruitment, right? It looks like a great idea, so they just think everything is fine and he's going to turn around the cesspool that everyone's created. And one man's not that great. Yeah, General, and I think they've brought him in thinking he'll make everything better. Oh, that's a big miss. A big miss from Logan Morris. I agree, Merrick. Like for me, stability works if you've got everything in place. Everything in place. Top to bottom is well run. Then, yes, stability. I don't believe you can quick fix things. I think Logan Morris has got talent. I think it's too early for him to be the second key, though. Don't know what you think, Jen will. I think North made a mistake not going out there and getting a key defender. DJ Big Tom, that is so United, and I think it happens at AFL clubs as well, even though there isn't money involved. I feel like Carlton's board has too much influence on sporting matters because of their ego. Where I think if you look at good clubs, I think they put the club first. In my opinion. Spot on, Matt. But I genuinely think that was North's thought process. Clarkson walks in, makes it all better. And the problem is when you've got a coach of that magnitude, your soft cap is eaten up as well. So getting the help around him of quality, you're having to do it on a budget. It's a real catch-22 situation. Oh, Isaac Keelos, Mr. Sitter here in Brisbane. The heat has gone up in this game. William. I like Nate Caddy, mate. I'm a big fan of Nate. Zach Jones running into every St Kilda player. Still got the ball. Is that 15? Spot on, Angela. But, I mean, there it is. Because American sports, though, it's just money, 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 buy. And then they have a little bit of an AFL in them, that there's that kind of like romanticism about bringing in people, jobs for mates. Yeah, it did before, like, obviously the strict salary caps that we have now, DJ Big Tom. Run down in the tackle. Brisbane having it work here. And Sam Day generates a shot for himself. Yeah, I think a good coach can maximise poor talent. So I always think the coach is incredibly important. Recruitment, though, makes his job easier. But a great coach can make a bad coach can make a great player average. A good coach can make a bad player average. And you always want improvement. Why is Brad Hill just playing with his gum shield out of his mouth? $35.58. 12 minutes to go in this third. We have a game on our hands. So I always think the coach is the most important part of any team. Spot on, Luke. I think Fly's massively up there. Sam Mitchell, I think, tactical genius. Beveridge, I think, is underrated for his game day application. Fagan, obviously, I think he's one of the most adaptable coaches in the league. But I think Fly, for me, is the best at getting an average player better. I think that's... If I was the chairman and I was picking a coach, I think Craig McRae would be right up there because I think he takes a lot of pressure off your recruitment of how he manages to get 110% out of a player. Chris Scott would definitely be up there as well. I always wonder, though, Chris Scott, I think Chris Scott would need a good environment where I think Fly could go into North Melbourne and get improvement. Coast to coast, Higgins can't mark it. Sells the defender for a bath. Big time goal. Hey, I told you there was a twist, chat. I felt the twist. I think Fagan is very underrated. I think he's a very good all-round coach. I agree. I think Chris Scott's good, Luke. I just think he needs a good environment. I don't know if you watched when I was on a video the other day. I said Sydney are Man United. I feel like you saw Horse get amazing results from a mediocre team. Do you know what I mean? Like a team that was playing at 110% potential. But for me, if I was building a team, Fly would be top of my list for coaches. I think it takes pressure off. You look at how he maximizes his players and the improvement and the understanding of where players need to be and how to get them. Bevo, I think he would do. I feel like Bevo has... I think when you look at the E-Dogs team, it's always been average, if we're honest. So I think there might be an area there. This would break Saints' hearts if they go coast to coast. Absolute bravery from Stocker. I think if you got Chris Scott at your team, you need to bring the whole department, Lasers, there. I think their list management needs a huge pat on the back. I do love Stocker. Hugh McLuggage, nowhere to go, handballs it backwards. And Callum Wilkie, as if Hipwood's trying to claim there was no pressure. But genuinely, if I was looking for a new coach, I think Fly would be top of my list. I think it's the easiest. He would always maximise you. It'd be interesting, with like Tasmania, because I think Horse is one of the few coaches that's been there when it's been shit and good. He would definitely be high up of that organisation. You know what I think the most underrated role is in AFL, though, is your development coach. I don't think people put enough emphasis onto that because it is plainly obvious some players develop a lot better than others. And as someone who watches a lot of the draft, the clubs that add layers to draftees versus clubs that don't is incredible. Like, genuinely, it's crazy how some teams develop players, and it's real simple. Be an interesting one with Liam Cameron. I don't mind that shout, to be fair, because he's worked with a very baby list, hasn't he? He got, to be fair, who I'd have Carlton quite high up on developing talent as a bad organisation. I think players I don't see much improvement in our draftees compared to other clubs who have massively done. Massively. Sounds harsh, but that's my opinion on that one. I find Eagles another team that genuinely I never see any development on their kids. They seem to get by on their ability. Like, I know it sounds harsh, but I look at, if you go through the drafts of certain teams, there's players you can see taking 10, 15 picks either side of where they were taken to other clubs, and suddenly they've had loads of layers. I'm good, mate. How are you, Papas? Essendon would be up there. Ramiro, I agree with Matt, though. Our VFL, even when it was the Bull Ants, has never been set up like... You look at Geelong, you look at Sydney, you look at Brisbane, how their state league sides are. You know what? North Melbourne, I would agree with you, but I would say their draftees in the last 3 years have definitely changed. They're starting to add layers. I think the issue with North is the same type of player they've drafted. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Kai, spot on. Oh, big mark there by Berry. Luke, I would say they're incredibly good. They're incredibly good draftees they've got, but I can see layers. I would say that's partly from their list management as well, making them have to learn it. St Kilda, I feel like, yeah, probably back in the day, I am impressed with the players they've recruited and the areas they've added there. But I agree, like when you watch the other good developing teams, the result of their state league is inconsequential. All their young players are the main men of their team. Like you watch Carlton, it's almost like we set our VFL up to win now. Matt, huge. Huge. Big goal there from McInerney. You know, the exception to changing a player's position, in my opinion... Oh, he missed it. That camera angle had it going through. The exception to that rule is like, say like Darcy Jones, with his blitzer in pace, you may change his role in juniors. But I don't get how it happens so frequently at Carlton. Like, sometimes don't reinvent the wheel. Zach Bailey! Oh! Yeah, the camera angle had it going through, though, that I watched as he looked away. Big kick. Saints been given a stay of execution. Stocker, honestly, is... Someone owe him fucking money. Oh, Lockie Neal, good handball to Ashcroft. And here we are, Sam Day, big goal. $67-41, I agree, Ben. They should be up by a lot. Good fight back by Saints, though, to be fair. You know what? It's so easy when Lions get forward, though. I do like Sam Day. Five minutes to go in the third, then. 26 is the margin. I am a little bit... To be fair, this is a thin... General, this is a thin outhouse type thing. Very cheaply made, this granny house. Great in the summer. Fucking freeze in the winter. Probably doesn't help I've got thongs on. So easy there, and Neil has the mark. Coast to coast. To be fair, this has actually been a good game. Kyle Lohman has finally been subbed out. He didn't look right after that Stocker hit, did he? Weird he's taken so long. Lockie Neal's had a good game. Big roost by Neil. Neil has been spectacular this game. It's going to be a tough game tomorrow, mate. Very tough. But they're the best games. Hey, spawn chills. I can't wait for tomorrow, mate. Big game by the Neil dog. You know, Jack Steele's had quietly a decent game as well. Copped a lot of flack. Hey, Merrick. I love it. I think he's been... I think he's stood up when he needed to. I mean, what was that? That must have been, what, Neil's, third goal? I mean, 3 goals, 21 touches, 3 clearances, 4 tackles. Pretty good. He was copying some serious hate last week, Ramiro. Mate, absolute serious hate from the Sainters. Here we are, Big Nas. Good kick. And here we are, Maximus Hall. This guy is a bloke that needs a leg tattoo, doesn't he? Hey, I can't wait, Jack. We love a bit of Joel, though, Jack. You know what? I know people get on Joel's case, but you need that in every fan base. You need the guy that's, do you know what I mean? The pessimist. Big goal. Tell you what, Saints won't go away. He definitely looks like he needs a leg tattoo. Yeah, it feels like he bottled the shoulder part, I reckon. Like the pain was too much. Like, I don't think he's toxic negative. I don't think he's toxic negative. Like, I think he genuinely loves the club and he wants it to get better. So I don't mind it. I know it's sometimes not what you want to hear, but sometimes I always say when you're like doing a plan, you need a guy like that who's not going to tell you it's going to be fucking brilliant. It keeps you honest. Just quietly understated, isn't it, Jack Zeeble? The career workhorse. Probably should have left to a top team. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be interesting with Nas, isn't it? When did Hawthorn play Richmond? I might do that. I'll probably, looking at that week, we might give, tell you what. I love that by you, Paul. I'll let you know next week. I'll see what Mrs. P's schedule is. I see what you mean, Paul. I can see it. It sometimes can be quite a lot, but I genuinely get the vibe from him that that's who he is. Do you know what I mean? He's one of them guys that doesn't look on the bright side of life, which I don't mind. He has an incredibly high standard. What the fuck is Ross doing? Is he doing like a Sudoku? Does anyone else think the ruck frees are getting softer and softer? Hey, Paul. Hey, mate. Look, I have high standards, but I always have a belief. Yeah. I'm always have a belief that I was taught when I first did my training that you should always reflect the energy, right? So you reflect your energy. So if you're real standard driver and you get angry when someone does something well, you should get the same energy levels. So I'm incredibly harsh on the Blues, but I'll give them praise when it's due at the same veracity. I think that's important. You've got to be yin and yang. Sam Day here, just outside Footy. Loose hair. Hi. Ooh. That didn't go over, did it? Oh, mate, it'll happen. I still can't believe I had Essendon fans telling me that the umps gave Collingwood the win, like Brisbane fans gave it. From memory, I think he's an educator, Paul. I can't remember. He did tell me. I've taken too much information. You'd be gutted. I did like that one. A Brisbane mate of mine tried to claim that Brisbane were robbed by Collingwood, and I was like, bro, it was nearly 10 goals, mate. Like, that game was over at quarter time. Just deal with it. Just be better. You'd be better for it. I can't believe this game is only a 30-point gap. Can anyone else? That was the best, dodgiest handball ever from Oscar McInerney. 40 seconds to go. Oh, Langy. Probably not, because we'd probably argue. We're not very good at watching sport together when our teams go against each other. Free kick here to, I think that's Cameron. Oh, no, it's Zach Bailey. It should be GG, shouldn't it? Is my mate Studi in disguise? Who's that? I agree with that, General. The amount of times I've seen that. I do think you do see it in AFL a lot, though. Either way, Fagan never looks pleased. Yeah, who's my mate? Ben. Oh, no, my mate. Nah, he's not. I get it now, sorry. Took me a while to register in the old brainwaves. Yeah, he was genuinely like, yeah, I had to tell him. I was like, mate, you lost by fucking a lot. Just deal with it. I agree with you, Petra. I feel like that they opened the door a bit, Brisbane. I think they'll get it right towards the end of the season. But right now, I feel like they always give you a chance. Took me ages to work that out, Ben. Don't know what went wrong with me there. Zach Jones dancing through traffic. There is the half. Quarter even. 47-85. This game started to get close. Brisbane have just put their foot down. What is the free kick count? Let's have a look. What's it up to? Do they not show the free kick count anymore? Imagine if they didn't. Oh, there, 10-16. Jesus. Saints are a really interesting predicament, aren't they? I mean, 42-28 clearances ain't great, is it? It always amazes me that Saints have not really targeted an inside bull. Like, you've got McRae and Steele that will rack up clearances for you naturally. Feels like they need a proper POD, though, in that midfield. Like, I feel like if you add Zach Butters to this, do you know what I mean? You add Zach Butters to this. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be an interesting one. Interesting that all the noise has died down about Zach Butters on it. We like a little bit of Zach Butters. You know what I like about Zach Butters as well is he's got that rough edge. He's got that hard edge. These adverts are absolutely bizarre, man. Do you remember when adverts made sense? Have you noticed that Pepsi and Coke ads throughout the years, they really make out that Pepsi and Coke like will change your life? That's quality, that, Ramiro. Jesus, we have ads galore here. I'm waiting for a party political broadcast, General. That's what I am. Do you know what I mean? I'm waiting for a party political broadcast. That's what Pom likes. Let's have a look. Brownlow, who's my pick? Well, I picked Nick Dacos at the start of the season, which I reckon is a pretty good bet. If you want an outsider for it, you know what? Controversial. I can say outsider Caleb Sarong. Any of them, General. It was at the start. It was at the start. It was like literally fucking 200 party political broadcasts. It was like back to back before the game. Hey, Josh, how are you, mate? Feel like Sarong's that player that stands out in that midfield. Last quarter by 5. You'd probably want Saints to run this out if you were Fagan. I think St Kilda will have a tail wag, but I think 5 might be safe over 5. Like, I think Nick Dacos is the perfect Brownlow player at the minute. Jordan Dawson's a great shout by Langy as well. I mean, based on the 6 rounds we've had, I would say that it's very tight at the top. Wouldn't you? I reckon we might see a tight count. I mean, Zach Butters could come late because I reckon he would have 3 votes in every game he's come in. I would say he'd be close to 3 votes in nearly every game he's played. So he might have a run. Oh, ZB. I love Fagan's walk. You see, the thing I've got, Noah Anderson does stand out, but I thought he'd do pretty well last year as well. I feel like Matt Rowell and Anderson operate in the same space, so they're just going to absolutely kill each other. Here we are, fourth quarter. Hewitt will rack him up. If he can maintain his form, he will be like one of them smokies when we're talking about players like John Dawson, Sarong, Anderson, because they'll take votes off each other. I feel like Hewitt's got the Cripps syndrome at the minute. He stands out by the eye test. Oh, Brad Hill flips the ball out. Saints have done that so much. Got the ball to a decent area and then just coughed it up. Tell you what, Brisbane, when they move the ball in this controlled manner, it's hard to beat. Hugh McCluggage, shocking kick inside 50. Good play there by old Windhager. And again, another cough up, but it's way too easy. I love a bit of George Hewitt. Here we are. Eric Hipwood. That is shocking. 47-86 is the score. A lot of missed chances for Brisbane. Brisbane could have really put this game to bed. Brisbane come again. Go the Blues, Andrew. Cheers, mate. Much love. Charlie Cameron is due. Here's Pom's big call. In the next 3 games, Charlie Cameron kicks a 6-bag. Pom's next big call. Because he feels like he's there or thereabouts. Feels like he needs a big game. Mate, he gets in the right positions. I feel like he needs a 6-bag. I reckon the North game he goes bananas, bro. Fucking hell. What was Caminiti doing there? Is he all right? Look like me trying to get the freaking, when you drop one of them mini eggs. 6-bagger behind. 6-bagger goals. 6-12 he'll kick. It's a shame you can't do an over and unders bet on behinds. He'd be worth like a 5 behinds overs, wouldn't he? Brad Hill flips it inside. Zach Jones. Shocking. For a skill level game, this game's been puss at times. Ashcroft flips it out wide. Massive run here. Jared Berry was calling for it. He was burnt. It's come to him. Selfless. Look at the faces of the Saints fans there. They are not happy, Jan. That is some fucking faces there. Eric Hipwood here. 3 goals, 2 behinds thus far. And he's got it. He's been a very stout target as Eric Hipwood. Anyone else think that the maroon and gold is just really aesthetically pleasing on the eye? I don't know if that's because they were my school colours. Oh, chills. I mean, I don't think Saints would be his priority, but I think when you're talking about 1.7 million, that's like 10k a week after tax. And nothing's guaranteed in footy, is it? It's hard to turn down. I don't think that's unpopular, Genwell, because I think Brisbane fans don't like it. I just think it's an aesthetically nice colour, isn't it? Like, you look at the scoreboard, yellow and maroon, it's just sexy, isn't it? It's just a sexy, like, combination on the eyes. Just looks good. I like it. Hey, Boston, how are you, bud? Here we are, Zach. I'm genuinely shocked that the lead is only just under 50. It feels like Saints have got absolutely battered this game. Drilled in, and Harris Andrews says thank you very much. Hey, Boston, enjoy. Hey, it was a great game, that, mate. Toby, I'm good, mate, as well. Toby, hey, good day to you, mate. Yeah, it's always weird, that one, Genwell, that they didn't go that, like, pale. Oh, mate, I don't blame you. It's nice, isn't it? Yellow and maroon, it just looks nice on the eyes. Saints have a chance here. Isaac Keeler. Big goal. Well done, Big Eye. Lead back to 40. You can't beat the maroon kit. Yeah, it's a weird one because Aston Villa, when you watch their maroon, because they've got that like pale blue, it's quite nice on the eye. It's funny, isn't it? Because all the clubs really do that. No, he's just he's wearing. It looks like prison bars inverted, actually. Yeah, I think all the clubs actually thinking about it have sky blue in it. It's a very good color combo. I can see TDK staying though. I think that'll come down to Carlton's one selling point. One selling point is winning a flag. Sideways. It's basically a sideways. It's black and white, so it's a sideways Collingwood. Oh yeah, hearts. Maroon's an underrated colour, bro. Actually, yeah, we were the same, exactly the same as Queensland. That's why I always go for Queensland at the state of origin, because that was our school colours. I agree, Chills, but I think if Carlton finished like 12th, that's probably when you go. Innit? I don't know what it is, to be fair. It's warm and comfy. Zach Bailey! Hey, mate, cheer hard for me. I like that, Langy. I mean, to be honest, I'm going to be totally upfront. For 10K extra a week, like, you've got to think of it from a sports perspective. You're only working for 10 years. Right? That's a lot of cash. Do you know what I mean? A lot of cash. Like, what TDK would have to weigh up, right? If I was his agent, let's say Carlton finished 12th, Saints finished 14th. You're going to half your ruck load, right? Which is going to keep your body intact for longer. And you're going to earn more money. Hey, Boston, cheer hard for me, mate. Cheer hard for my Blues. So 99.53, 13 minutes to go. An accidental, deliberate trip there. Got away with it. It's weird you say that. There's certain players that because I saw, I don't know if you saw old mate, but United are meant to get Kuna from Wolves, and they released a picture of him in a Man United shirt. And I was saying to him, mate, he does not look like a fucking Man United player. Do you know what I mean? Just doesn't look right. Hey, enjoy Boston. Yeah, and it doesn't look right, and it's like weird. Some players don't look right in their shirts. Yeah, it's been all Brisbane Badger, a bit like when you left, mate. They've been wasteful. Hey, Boston, get us home, mate. Get us home. Nah, but Petra, they do half their workload in the ruck. Like, it's obvious that Ross wants to play 50-50. He's been open about it. That was the ideal plan with Boyd, that they can rotate it. So, like, he's got to ruck a lot less. He's, like, rucking at 90%. He won't be anywhere near that at St Kilda. You see, Liam Delap looks like a United player. My issue with Delap, right, is I don't rate Delap at all. I don't think Delap leads the line well. I think he's a good player for a shit club. Kuna will bang him in. Jared Berry slots it. He does. I feel like Delap is a better Hodgland. I just don't see it. I could be wrong. Kuna scores goals. I know everyone's frothing going, oh, but he scored 12 goals, Pom. I just don't think it's a good signing, Matt, for Saints. At all. I don't think it's a good signing for Saints. I would be throwing that money at Zach Buzz, a player that will change how you play. I understand it, though, from their point of view. It's one of them signings that if Ross goes, I don't think many other coaches would want to ruckman of that ilk. That feels like a real dangerous signing if I'm St Kilda. That if anything happens with Ross, I don't think anyone else would want 3 million spread between two. Deliberate. Can't believe Fagan's arguing that. Good mark. Tell you what, Darcy Wilmot's growing on me. Ooh, dangerous kick. Well taken. So we're coming up to the 10-minute mark. Yeah, Paul, I just think... I just don't think it's something that, for me, I'd look at. Saints have a pop! McRae wide. I think it's one of them that if you're a new coach... It's one of them ones, isn't it? If you're a coach, would you want 2 ruckmen? It's going to be interesting. I mean, I suppose we'll find out. I mean, it's 1.7 if it's real or not. You'll only really have to worry about it if it gets to the end of the season. If Carlton negotiate the deal before then, doesn't really matter what they're offering. Probably a lot, Chills. Big mark there. McCluggage takes it. I mean, let's just say 1.7 is real. Right, let's just do it on the proviso. There's no way Carlton could match it anyway. And if they did, they'd be stupid because for a long-term strategy, you're going to have to renegotiate a lot of deals 2-3 years down the track. And I don't believe any ruckman is worth 1.7. Big goal there. Clog kicks it. Brisbane have done incredible well. The lead is starting to match the game. You see, I'm inclined to believe it's around 1.7. I'll tell you for why. I keep a little spreadsheet on the rumoured salaries when people sign. And by my maths, Carlton have got about 2.8 million to play with. So that would make sense. That would make sense why it would be that much. Because you know Carlton can't match it at all without heavily jeopardising their depth. So it's smart business by the Saints. Is it smart business long term? Probably not. But it's smart business that you'll probably get it. Yeah, but the problem is with Carlton, there's no ruckman in that pick range that's going to fix it straight away. But there's a reason it would be that high. Jack Higgins does well to hold everyone off. Caminiti! No one ever talks about it, but Caminiti, he was a little Carlton VFL guy. Rowan Marshall, TDK. To be honest, it's one of them ones. I don't know, old mate. Like, I don't really think Rowan Marshall's a ruck salary. Do you know what I mean? A ruck forward. And I don't think TDK can do that 50% of the game good enough to be a forward. Like, I'd understand it if they had like an Oscar McInerney or a ruck like that, big guy, and they wanted to add a bit of a... Ross has been open that that's his vision. Yeah, it does. So it'll be all accounted in that. They should make an Australian version. Captain Carlton, mate, that'd be quality. Yeah, Petra, I mean, that's the issue. And that's probably why I incline to believe it is an obscene amount of offer. an obscene offer to make out and not be able to match it, or be in a situation that they're going to have to trade players out. Because, like, you look at it, you've got your minimum list requirement. So let's just say, like, if Carlton have got, what, like 12 people out of contract? So you keep him. When people cry about Francis Evans, you're going to get 11 of Francis Evans on the list. Because delisted free agents are never good. So it's a real conundrum, especially with not the picks. No picks next year. So really, the advantage in this, like, even if you, good goal there by Archie, even if you're really blue-eyed, Carlton have no advantage in this trade negotiation, but the fact he's currently contracted by Carlton. But once it gets to about round 22, Carlton have real zero advantage in this negotiation. All the eggs are in St Kilda's basket, and it'll come down to that value. Yeah, but that's what will happen, Petra. People don't realise if Carlton do re-sign him at 1.7 and have to jettison loads of people. For goal scorer, let's have a look. Port Adelaide. Who are Port Adelaide playing? Let's have a look. Port versus North, North versus Port. Paul Curtis is guaranteed a goal, isn't he? Oh, thank you, Boston. I really appreciate that, mate. Much love. Yeah, you can do. You get 2 years, mate. So this year and 2 years. So Carlton have got none. But you've got to remember next year, Carlton's first will be bound by Cody Walker. And with seconds having almost no value, leaves Carlton stymied next year. So if it is 1.7, there's a reason it's 1.7 and finally some clubs done it. Go absolutely mental. Because the AFL rules are clear on this. You can't match a contract offer unless it fits you. Unless it fits you. Hey, mate, I'm always hot on Geelong, M. King. Unless it actually fits into the same day. In the same cap as if it is now. Hey, old mate, I love you, mate. Big goal there. Saints get another one back. Tidies the scoreboard somewhat. But genuinely, it's one of them fascinating ones. Because I've been saying it for years. One day, someone will put a bid in for a player that no one can match. And this will be the one that's close. It'd be an interesting one. I think he'll... Look, Cody at the minute, long way to go. I don't like underage players. Don't like doing under... Because so much can happen, Kareem. But at this stage, he's tracking to be an incredibly good footballer, a top 5 player. At this stage. I am, mate. I'm not Boston, no. I'm not. You will have the review of the game yesterday coming out later. And... I am on my jollies until tomorrow. Geelong game. Big kick. Tell you what. Saints are wagging. I mean, that would be the grand final as of this stage. Hopefully, Angela. No chills. It would be where Carlton's first rounders should be. So it would be the pick after Hawthorn's pick. They own it now. So the way a contract offer matches, Matt Lang, is it's the total value of the deal. So it won't be 1.7 million. It'll be the total amount of the whole deal. So Carlton would probably have to heavy back end it, but then you've got loads of issues in there in itself. You've got, because there's no way Carlton could afford another 2 million player with our cap the way it is. And then you've got to think, you've got the big worry you've got, and I'll tell you this, it will come down to, do you want to keep TDK or Sam Walsh? Because people are forgetting Sam Walsh is in the same band of qualification next year. Nice kick there by Brisbane. 117.72. I love that, Boston. Hey, tell you what, I'm loving his work. You know what I hate about the AFL is when games are dead like this, teams start having a tail wag. And it kind of makes the score look a little bit more respectable. Behind. So 4 minutes to go, 117.73, 43. This game being incredibly wasteful from Brisbane, but they've got the job done by a country mile, the better side. The most obvious throw you'll ever see from Zorko, and it's finally been pinged. Here we are. Here's the Marsh dog. I do like a little bit of rugby league. Jalen, what have you got at the minute? I think it's partly a tail wag, partly double dummy. Brisbane have just not taken the game on as much. Oh, shit, Chills. I'll check my email. Sorry, mate. Thank you. What is this quarter, Jalen? I'm really bad at checking my emails, Chills. I'll check it, mate. Thank you. What have we got here? So what? 2037. You should be fine. Big goal there. Charlie Cameron. Oh, he's behind. Jesus. He's missed some absolute sitters. So what is it? They've scored 33 points. You should be fine. They've scored 26. So you're there at the minute, Jalen. One more goal and you'll be fine. I mean, look, 50. That's not great. How are the Tigers doing under the legend that is Benji Marshall? Cam Rayner knocks it up the ground. It has been piss at times. 1 minute 19 stoppage. And Darcy Wilson kicks it out of bounds. You should be fine, Jalen. We'll ride it home with you. Do you know what I mean? We'll ride it home with you. But it's what? 26 playing what? 33. So as long as they don't score, you're fine. As long as Brisbane score here, you'll be guaranteed. Here we are, 56 seconds. And they're going to have a short goal. Jalen, you should be fine. I'm Man United, M. King. Hey, I was nice to them. I gave them kudos. I love a bit of Benji Marshall, though. What a player he was. Much love, Jalen. Oh, my gosh. He has been so bad at kicking for goal today. 10 seconds. 8. It was. There you are, Jalen. You've won, mate. Well done. And that is the win for Brisbane. 118.73. A 43-point shellacking. Shellacking for Saints. Brisbane should have won that by so much more. But in the end, the Lions prevail. Bad kicking is bad football, but they managed to get the job done. Thanks very much for hanging with me, chat. There will be a review of yesterday's game up tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow for the big game. Carlton versus Geelong. So thank you very much, chat. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe.